What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to come follow me on IG, exact same username as here on YouTube. And we're going to get into this video because I'm going to explain and break down 4 things that you're probably going to experience during your no contact phase with a narcissist. And the first one, you know, you guys might not know this, but the second you're completely out of the picture completely with a narcissist, we're talking you don't see them in person, you don't call them, no texting, no FaceTiming, nothing. You don't even see their profile on anything. Your mental health increases by a certain percentage that I just forget because I was reading up on it. I forget what that is. You basically brighten up a good amount. Having the narcissistic individual completely out of your life, you literally get addicted to the highs and the lows when you're with them, which messes up your own brain chemistry. Life is not supposed to be that way. I understand you can have an argument with somebody here and there. Narcissistic abuse is something completely different. When you spend so much time with this person and it's just up and it's down and it's up and it's down and it's down and it's up and it's up and it's down and it's just all over the place, you start to get used to those patterns. So when you get them out of your life, what you're going to come to realize is you start to heal instantly. Like, day one's the worst. The second day's a little better than the first. The third day's even better. The fourth day's even better. A week in, it's not so bad. And of course, this stuff is kind of fleeting. You might think about them from time to time, something might happen, but you're still getting healthier whether you think so or not. And a full month with no contact, you're in a much better place than day one. I'll tell you that much right now. So what you're going to come to realize is your health, your mental health, your physical health, your appearance increases drastically the second you get them completely out of your life. That's what you can come to know. And that's number one. So we can categorize that as healing. You can expect to heal, getting them out of your life. Number 2, the second thing you can expect going no contact with a narcissist is possible mind games. Because guys, if they can sense that you're moving on, if they can sense like you're perfectly okay with not seeing them, talking to them, nothing. If they can sense that, they might just throw a wrench right in the way. They're going to throw a wrench right in there. Let me create chaos to get in their head further and further and further. Because that is what they thrive in doing the most to begin with. Hence why they mess with you so much. They don't want peace and tranquility the way we do. They need chaos. They need tension. They need anger and all this stuff to be a part of the relationship or the connection or whatever it is. That's what they need. Because if they don't feel those wide range of emotions, they don't feel seen. They think you don't care. If you just want peace and tranquility, they think you don't care about them. And that's their own distorted brains, not understanding everyone needs some peace in their life. Everybody needs some tranquility in their life. Any healthy human being in their right mind needs a little bit of downtime from time to time. But with a narcissist, that does not exist. So you can expect possible mind games. You'd be very lucky if you got out scot-free. You'd be very lucky if things came to an end and they did in some way, somehow, try to do something, he'd be very lucky. And if you guys fall for the games they play, that's going to ruin your healing journey. It's going to ruin your healing phase. If they play some sort of game and they do something, they post another person, the new supply or something, and you fall for that and it's like you're deeply affected by it, they just won. You have to understand, guys, they will do anything, and I mean anything, to destroy you. You could be the best human being on earth. If you get in an entanglement with a narcissist, they want to destroy you further because you're actually such a good human being. They want you right down at the level they're at, and then to start to pick you apart and say all this bad stuff about you when they turned you that way to begin with. Let's say if you're a chill person or something like this, and then you start to get angry with them, they'll ask you why you're angry. But they infuriated you. They did stuff that was unacceptable. They abused you. Physically, verbally, emotionally, they can abuse you, bro. They'll wonder why you're getting upset with them. They'll wonder why you start to do things yourself. And blame it on yourself. They will blame it all on you. It's like hitting the dog over and over again and then wonder why the dog bites you. Like, why'd you bite me? Like, and you're hitting the dog time after time after time. You're just annoying the dog. You're hitting the dog. You're treating the dog like shit. Eventually, it's going to bite you. So that's what narcissists do. They will pick and pick and pick and pick and pick at you. They will play these games. They'll do these things. And like I said, if you're going no contact and they can sense that you don't even care, you want to get rid of them, let the games begin, because I'm going to tell you right now, 10 out of 10 times, the games will happen. It will happen in the course of that very same week to a month. It'll happen in between that range. It might happen a few days later. So you can expect that to happen. The only way it might not happen is if they feel they completely broke you and there's nothing left to do. But if you got out of a relationship with a narcissist and they feel like you're just good and you're perfectly okay with what's going on, that's when the real games are going to begin. So you guys have to prepare for this. Do not let it go past your head. Do not let that happen. The third thing you can expect after going no contact with a narcissist, you can expect to look back at the times you had with this person. A week later, 2-3 weeks later, a month later, 2 months later, right in that range. You're going to look back and realize the hell you were involved with. That's what you're going to realize. When you're in it, guys, you know it's not right. You know the things that's happening. You know the things they're doing is not right. But the reason it's so hard to get out is because they can go from a person you actually either really like or don't mind, like decent, right, to a switch up like this. Literally in a flick, and the abuse starts. These angry outbursts starts, the verbal abuse starts, and all this stuff, and it could last for hours. It could last for a couple days. So it becomes damaging to your psyche, to your emotional state, to your well-being. So they go from being someone who's tolerable to someone who is insufferable, like in a flick of a finger, and that's where the abuse takes place. Like, it's not this, they come in your presence and they're already acting up, because you would just get away from them. Things are going seemingly well, and they almost take you there just to start to destroy you as things were really good. Does that make sense? That's what they do. It's shocking and it's unbelievable to experience, but guys, once you go no contact with this individual, as a little bit of time goes on, you look back to realize how messed up the entire thing really was. That's what you come to know. You come to know how messed up it genuinely was. You don't know how you did it. You tell yourself, man, I could not even spend a second in that again. And that's because your body and your mind, your psyche, your emotional state starts to heal. So just thinking about being involved in that, even for another second, it's just like damage. It's that bad, it's damaging, it's terrible. So you look back and you realize how bad the times really were with that person and how you would never put up with that for another single second of your life. And you know, this is how narcissists even get left by people sometimes. They put you through so much hell that you can't even experience it for another second. You literally have to get them away from you. Like you can't even be around the person anymore because that's how damaging they are. And this is going to hurt their ego so bad, like so bad. They're going to try something next to destroy your life because they feel abandoned. They feel like you're discarding them. They feel like you're pushing them away. And they need you. The narcissist needs you. The narcissist has to live through people. That's why if you split things up with them, they're going to a new supply source instantly. They're going to connect themselves to another human being and they're going to live through them because they can't live through their damn self. They're going to live through somebody else. And it all starts again. In the very beginning, it's an innocent person. It's a sweet person. And they're going to tell the new supply how terrible they were treated, how someone abandoned them and all this stuff. And they abused me and all this stuff. And this person starts to feel bad for them and oh my God, and they are cooked. This new person, this new supply, they are cooked. You know why they're cooked? The narcissist is going to take out everything from the last situation they were involved in. They're going to take it out on this new supply. Oh my God, they are cooked. This is how sick the cycle is. It's a brutal cycle. And the reason it continues to happen is because the narcissist cannot heal. They cannot heal because they don't go there. They don't want to go there. They're looking for someone else instantly. They feel alone, they feel abandoned, they feel all this stuff, and they have to live through somebody else again and start to, it's this constant connection with a complete monster that comes off innocent, like nothing happened and all this stuff, and they never done nothing wrong, and they were abused and mistreated by everyone, including their family and everything. You're left with that person, bro. As the new supply, you're left with that person. And you start to like wanna make them happy. You wanna treat them good. You wanna do all these things. You wanna be Batman. You wanna save them. A month goes by. 2 months goes by. And the abuse has slowly started, and then it skyrockets and the new supply is cooked. So when the narcissist tries at this thing we call love and it fails on them because they were not even close to who they needed to be, when they fail at love with someone that was good, they're going to go to somebody else and take out all their rage and anger on them. And it's going to be brutal. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. And as for the old supply that gets out, you better thank yourself that you're not that new supply, because they might have done you dirty. Because guys, the narcissist is demonic. They are sick. They need help. So even if you got done dirty, there's no point in holding a grudge against them, or wanting revenge, or wanting payback, or anything like that. You just have to come to terms with, you got in an entanglement with a monster. You got in an entanglement with someone that you thought you loved, that you thought existed, but they didn't. And unfortunately, the person that you thought you loved and you were connected to, since they've never existed, you will never see another day on earth ever connected to that person again, because it simply did not exist. It's gone. It is gone, bruh. Their mask has been exposed. They don't care to put it on again. You will never see that good person that you thought they were in the beginning ever again. It's gone. It's done. Adios. That's one of the most hurtful things in these situations. I'll tell you that right now. And you have to come to terms with that. It almost feels like someone you once loved just died. You will never see them again. It's gone. They're gone. And you have to go through that healing phase. But you have to come to terms with reality. The reality is, they are cooked. The reality is, they are demonic. And the reality is, you will never see the person, like I said, that you once thought you loved ever again, because they never existed in the first place. And they're going to put on a mask again to somebody else and act so good, so sweet, so kind, so all this, and destroy them. And it's going to be a continuation, because the narcissist is so stubborn. They will not take the time to heal. They will not take the time to do what they have to do on their end. And they're going to be a menace to society and everyone they come in contact with. So the fourth thing you can expect, and I have a little bonus at the end as well. The fourth thing you can expect is a hoover attempt, whether it be days, weeks, or months, or even a year or two, or sometimes 3. Which has happened to me. You guys have to understand that when a narcissist gets with you, they're messed up, right? They're messed up. They do messed up things to you, and then they leave because they know they're messed up. The day might come where weeks, months, or years go by, most likely years, and they feel like different than they used to feel. They might have healed a little bit, not completely, and never trust them again. You can never bet on a person, bro, that has done you like that. You can't. Even if they did heal a little bit and some of their narcissistic tendencies, it's never the right answer to go back to that person. I've been presented with that option before. 3.5 years later, a girl I had a deep past history with came back because I seen them, bro, out and about one night. When I was 23, she was 22, I seen them out and about at a club. This person comes all up in my face, oh my God, I'm so glad I seen you and all this stuff, and starts trying to add me on social medias and stuff, and starts to contact me as I'm right in front of her already, so I'll reply. She was already on my social media. She just didn't want to do it in case I wouldn't have responded, but she took this opportunity to do that. And I shut that shit down like a defense in a football team. I had no interest. There wasn't even 1% of me that was like even thinking about it. No. I'm looking right through this person at the time, and I knew they didn't change. I knew they did not change. I knew they were the same. even though they acted all innocent and stuff, bro, you can't fall for that, man. You cannot fall for it. Like, you can't. And if you do, you pay the price. It's so crazy too how you can meet somebody new. You can talk to them about your past experiences that you had with a past person. This person's like, oh my God, they're so messed up and all this stuff, like a different girl or something. And then that same girl ends up being even more messed up than the person you were dealing with. Bro, that's the messed up thing, bro. Some of these narcs can come off like they're good. And they can come off like they're understanding and stuff. You get weeks in, a month in, 2 months in, they're even more messed up than what you told them you already went through. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? You can't trust nobody today, boy. You got to really spend time with people to trust them today. And I mean a lot of time. And of course, everybody ain't like this, but it's just hard, bro. It's a tough world. And it's not good to get in an entanglement with these types of people. It's very up. And I've done it a couple times throughout my life, and it's messed up. I'm just thankful to God where he's brought me, because I have such a strong understanding of this stuff. It can't possibly bring me down to my knees. It can affect me a little bit if I deal with somebody like this. It can affect me a little bit. I'd be lying if I said it couldn't. It can't bring me down to my knees. It can't break me, and I'm going to be good in no time. Even though it affects you in the moment, it's not something that's going to affect me for a wide range of months, up to a half year, up to a year, like it might have did in the past. It's going to be days. It's going to be a week. It's going to be, you're going to feel a little weird for a little bit, and then you get over it because you understand what you've dealt with. You're not confused about it. That's where the real damage is done. It's through the confusion that they cause you. So if you know exactly what you just went through, that is healing in itself. So you guys can expect a hoover from a narcissist, because they look back on their lives and they're like, oh my God, like this guy treated me so well in the past. Like, I didn't find anything else out there like that. Like, that was actually amazing. And a lot of time goes on and they might want that back. And you guys cannot take that back, bro. And the last thing I have for you guys here is when they do hoover back, expect them to tell you how much they've changed. And this is the exact final last trap they will use in their last resort. And you guys cannot fall for this, bro. Actions speak louder than words. You guys have to see exactly who the person is, not what they tell you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm so different now and all this stuff, bro. I have been through something recently. Similar words were said on that same call. Person acts all good, like they've been doing work and they're all this and they're all that now and all this stuff. And by the end of the call, they're fucking raging, bro. Haven't changed a bit. What's in you is in you, and it's going to exist until God hopefully heals you. Which probably won't happen because a lot of narcs don't heal. So this is exactly why, guys, I don't recommend ever dealing with a person you had an experience like this with ever again. And I mean never again. It's not worth it, bro. And so much trust has been broken. So much trust has been broken. So, like, that is almost irreparable. It's just not. You're going to question it. You're going to question them. Things are going to be weird. You feel like you can't trust them. You can't have this connection with them that you need. So just write them off. Get on with your life. Wish them the best. Wish them the best. Get on with your life. There's no reason why you can't. Even if they did you wrong, still wish them the best. Move on. You don't want this anger and stuff towards them. You should wish them healing, and you should wish they get to live at least a bit of a decent life. Because at the end of the day, guys, a lot of these people didn't choose this to happen. They didn't choose to be this evil, wicked, narcissistic person. Something happened to them that caused that to happen. So their mental disorder is not even who they really are as a person. It's just a demon has got a stranglehold on them, so blame the demon. The person you see them be sometimes, like the good person, sometimes that you see seen in them is who they would have been. That's the sad part. They're not that. They will never be that. But that's the sad part. That's the person we all could have been with. That's the person we could have married, had kids with, a family, and everything. It's never going to happen because they will never be that. Because the demon has them. So be mad at the demon. They did not choose this. I've even heard them say the words before after abusing me. I just wish I was normal and stuff like this. It's absolutely insane to hear that in real time, to see them go through those emotions, to see them feel all this guilt and shame for what they just put you through, and then to say stuff like that. It's just, you gotta feel bad for them, bro. They didn't choose it. They have a mental disorder, and it is what it is. You got attacked by a demon at the end of the day. You were chosen for that. That's what you were chosen for. You were chosen to get attacked by a demon, but it's another life lesson. So we got to take it for what it is and carry on. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope this could help some of you in your own healing journeys. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next. God willing, God bless, and we'll see y'all at the top.